All right, hello. We're going to talk today about using similar figures, and you should be on page 252 in your book. And we're going to use PowerPoint again today, so you can pause the video if you need to rewind it or anything. I'm going to share my screen, and we'll get started. Okay. So similar shapes are when you have two figures that have the same shape, but not necessarily the same size. You can see the totem poles, they're the same shape, but they're not the same size. Same with the two triangles and the two boxes, or squares, rectangles, actually. All right. Also, you need to know that a polygon is a closed plane figure formed by three or more line segments that do not cross. Here's different types of polygons. Notice that the triangle has 3 sides. It says 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 sides. So they have more than 3 sides, and they have more than 3 line segments. So you remember, this is a line segment, this is a line segment, this is a line segment. They do not cross. They are, all connected. All right, that's a polygon. So if you have similar polygons, that means you have angles that are, the corresponding angles have the same measure. Corresponding means it's the same side from one shape to the other shape. For example, the corresponding this side, the corresponding side is this one. All right. So to have a similar polygon, you need to have corresponding angles that have the same measure, and the lengths of the corresponding sides form equivalent ratios, not fractions, equivalent ratios. This line is 6 compared to 4. There it is. And we can reduce that because 6 and 4 both have 2 in common. So they are equivalent. It is an equivalent ratio. We could say 6 divided by 2 is 3, 4 divided by 2 is 2. All of these sides are equivalent ratios. So these two polygons are called similar polygons. All right? Now, how do we find a missing measure? This is what we're going to work on today. So here we have two similar polygons. All right? Each corner or angle has a letter. Each side is represented by the length, all right? And then we have these two angles are labeled already. Now, I did not label these because they form a right angle, all right? Same with over here, all right? So that since these are similar measures, we can write a proportion. So the first one we're going to do is GF. This line segment GF is, what is its corresponding side on this one? Well, it would be the ON. All right. And let's try E and F. Corresponding side would be N and M. All right. So now we're going to substitute the letters with the numbers. So how long were they each? All right, so the GF is 5, and the ON is 10. Also, you have your EF is 10, and your NM is X. We don't know how long that is. That's what we're going to solve for. All right, step number 3. Write this fraction in simplest form. Now, you can do that, but today's work is going to be easy enough that you don't have to. But in future problems, you may need to simplify that to make it easier so you don't have huge numbers to multiply. Okay? Today, we're just going to leave it. I'm going to show you how, if we put it in simplest form, what it would look like. Simplest form, we can reduce 5/10 to 1/2. All right? So now I'm going to find the common multiplier. So 1 times 10 equals 10. So then 2 times 10 equals what? 5 times 2 equals 10. 2 times 10 equals 20. So your missing number here, x equals 20. All right, and this is your first homework to do. All right, we're gonna work through most of it together, and then you're gonna finish it on your own. Find the value of x. Here's x. We don't know how long this side is. All right, so first we're going to write a proportion. AC is the same as DF. All right, and we have AB is the same as DE. So therefore, you're going to substitute your letters with the numbers. So AC will be 6, DF will be 9, AB will be X, DE will be 18. And then you're going to pause the video or go back and watch it again if you need to. But you're going to finish these steps, use mental math to solve it, and tell me on a piece of paper, and then you can put it onto the assignment page. You don't have to take a picture of it. Just write it on your assignment page, what x equals, and then you tell me. Now, once you get back, I told you to pause the video because I want you to come back. We have one more step we want to work through. Okay, so the second part is application. So if you have a flag here, we don't know how tall the flag is and that pole is, and I want to know how tall the flagpole is. And this person walking is 6 feet tall. All right, and if with the sun shining, the flag casts a shadow that's 15 feet, and the person walking casts a shadow which is 4.5 feet. Notice how the shadow, the line of the shadow onto the ground causes, or creates, I should say, a triangle. So from that, oops, I gotta put all these back in. We can write a proportion. All right, and our proportion is going to be the height of the flagpole compared to the height of the man. Also, that's going to equal the shadow, length of the shadow of the flag compared to the length of the shadow of the man. All right, here's your proportion. Now, this time we're going to write cross products. That means product is the answer of multiplication. So we're going to cross multiply. All right, we're going to do 6 times 15 equals 4.5 times x. All right, so 6 times 15 is 90. And that equal, we didn't do anything to this side. We just wanted to figure out what 6 times 15 was. All right, now we need to get rid of this 4.5 since it's already multiplying. It's 4.5 times x. So we're going to do the opposite, which is to divide. So we're going to draw our line underneath. 90 divided by 4.5 and 4.5 divided by 4.5. Okay, remember what you do to one side, you have to do to the other. So your answer is 90 divided by 4.5 is 20. So the flagpole is 20 feet tall. All right. Here's your second homework and the last one. So a 5-foot person near a tree has a shadow 12 feet long. The tree has a shadow of 42 feet long. What's the height of the tree? We're making triangles, so we can write a proportion. Our proportion this time we're going to do 5 feet tall compared to the 12 feet shadow of the man equals the height of the tree compared to the length of his shadow, 42 feet. You can do it this way, or you can do it the other way that we on the last slide that we did. All right, in both ways you would come up with the same answer. All right, we wrote the proportion. I wrote down here the cross products, 5 times 42 and 12 times h. So then you're going to go ahead and find your answers. Divide each side by, in this case, 12. And then you're going to simplify. And then you should have your answer. Again, you can pause your video, go back if you need to, rewatch it to figure it out. All I need on your assignment page on the computer is homework number 1, x equals blank. Homework number 2, h equals blank. All right, that's all I want for today. All right, I'm gonna exit, I guess.